Hello and welcome back to another week with MexYCan English. Today I'm here in the room again with my buddy Jesus. How are you?
Hey, Taylor, I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing fantastic.
I'm pretty sure you are doing because actually, I have to tell you this, guys. I just saw Tyler this weekend in a place that I didn't expect to see him.
At the gym.
How was your first weekend working out at the gym?
Yeah, it's been interesting. Learning curve. Made some mistakes already. Set off.
As everybody does when we start.
Yeah, set off the alarms. But other than that, been okay starting. Yeah.
You feel. You feel good. Is there any pain on your body?
Yeah, I'm sore, but it's a good feeling. Like it means something's getting worked out, which is the idea.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure, and I know that you're not a lazy person. You're so athletic, but you just started with the gym thing, so which is super good.
Yeah, this is new again, so it feels good. I'm excited. Got to get that summer bod.
Yeah, yeah. Let's get this summer body saw.
Yes. So this week we are going to be talking about our experiences in Mexico, my time in Mexico. And Jesus is extremely excited to test my Spanish a bit. So I might try talking a bit in Spanish and we will see how that goes. Hopefully that will encourage you guys as well to speak even if you're not at a great level, because you'll probably hear that mine is not fantastic, but it's getting there.
Yeah, sure. So let's start with something like pretty simple.
Yeah.
So Tyler, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien. ¿Cómo estás?
También. ¿Viviste en México?
Sí, viví en México casi un año de mi vida.
Oh, ¿por qué? ¿Qué estuviste haciendo allá?
Fui por 4 meses a Mazatlán. Estudié en una escuela bíblica por 4 meses y acabo de volver de un año haciendo voluntario en...
¿Voluntariado? Yeah.
Eso. Fui voluntario en una casa hogar en Querétaro. So, viví allá un año y volví hace un mes.
Oh, excelente.
Mm-hmm.
I love your English. You sound so like a native.
My English? I sound like a native?
I mean, he's trying out. Probably should learn English before we started. I was thinking about your Spanish. Suenas excelente.
Wow, muchísimas gracias.
Even tu R suena genial.
He estado practicando. Arre.
¿Esa es la parte más difícil?
Yeah. Sí, es muy difícil.
¿Por qué quisiste aprender español?
Fui a la República Dominicana hace 7 años con unos amigos de vacaciones y es la primera vez que escuché español como en la vida real. Uh-huh. Y aprendí a pedir una cerveza con hielo, por favor. Y sí, después de eso empezó mis ganas de aprender español.
Excelente. Saludos a la gente de Dominicana que nos puede escuchar.
Ajá.
And it's actually funny because usually when people meet me here in Canada and I say that I'm from Mexico, they say, I know how to say dos cervezas, por favor.
Yeah, the critical information. That's what you need to know.
And ¿dónde está el baño?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
If you are going on vacation, so probably you do need those phrases. Is there any other touristy vocabulary you have in Spanish?
Those are the 2 big ones for sure. Those are the first ones you got to learn.
Okay. Or ¿cómo voy al hotel? Blah, blah.
Yeah, probably. And just, hola, ¿cómo estás? Oh, and ¿cuánto está? O ¿cuánto cuesta?
Ah, okay, yeah. ¿Cuánto cuesta?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. ¿Cuál sería el mismo vocabulario para venir a Canadá?
Sí, claro.
Where's the bathroom? En Canadá decimos bathroom instead of washroom.
Right.
Washroom is for the USA.
Right. We use both here.
Yeah. For the UK, they say bathroom as well, right?
I don't know.
No? Haven't you gone to...
I've never been to the UK.
Oh, okay. You have to. I mean, we have to go someday. Because has estado en otros países. En muchos países.
Sí, estudié en Francia por 4 meses y viajé alrededor de Europa.
Tu parles français?
Un petit peu.
Je ne parle pas
Je ne parle pas. Either. Tampoco.
Y tampoco. Y de.
Yeah, not much.
No, but that's... Qué bien que estudiaste en Francia un tiempo.
Mm-hmm.
Has estado en todos lados.
Sí, fue muy divertido.
Yeah. Actually, you have a really... I remember you have a really fun story about you being in Lisboa or Portugal.
No. Yeah. Yes. So I was studying in France for 4 months, and my parents came to visit me. And my school in France was pretty easy, and I found really cheap flights to Portugal. So I went for 2 nights and 1 day, kind of last minute. So I bought my cheap tickets and I flew to Portugal. And then during my 1 day there, I got a message from my parents, and like, so excited to see you tonight. Which was problematic because I was in Portugal and I wasn't even in France at the moment. Yeah. I thought that they were coming the next day. So in my plans, it was I was going to come back and then come back in the morning, and then they'd come that night and I'd see my parents and it'd be all nice. Mm-hmm. But then they messaged me saying, see you tonight. And I realized I got the date wrong. So they came to visit me in France, crossed the ocean to see their son. And I was away on vacation alone in Portugal.
And how do you solve it? Did you go back or just...
No, they went out for dinner themselves, slept in their hotel, had a nice breakfast, and then I came back. And then straight from the airport, I went there.
So didn't you see each other?
Yeah, they were there for a couple days after still, so I got to see them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And did you have a good time?
Yeah, we had a good time. It worked. Yeah, everything worked out fine. I just felt like a terrible son.
Yeah, probably that's a really good story for a movie, don't you think that?
Could be.
That's awesome. ¿Cuál es otra? ¿En qué lugares has estado de México?
En México, pues como ya conté, viví en Mazatlán y en Querétaro, pero también he ido a Cancún este enero, hace 6 semanas fui en Cancún, y he estado en Sayulita.
Oh, it's beautiful, Sayulita.
Sayulita is so nice.
Mi playa favorita.
Ajá. And fui a Hidalgo,
Okay.
unos lugares allá. Fui a las grutas de Tolantongo. Es increíble.
¿En serio?
Ajá.
Ya, quiero ir, no he ido.
¿Nunca has ido?
No.
Oh, you've got to go.
I have to, yes.
Yeah.
Someday, I promise.
Yeah, I feel like I'm an influencer when I'm there, just by being there, because it's so fancy and beautiful. The nature's so nice. I just feel like I'm living in what I see on Instagram.
Haven't you told me becoming an influencer, a travel influencer? Because you have been in everywhere, so probably you can have a list of places that you can recommend.
That would be really fun for sure.
Or just traveling through Mexico and say, hey, aquí estoy en Sayulita.
Yeah.
This is Tyler. ¿Cómo están? 2 cervezas, por favor.
Yeah, con hielo. Yes.
Con hielo. That would be funny. Are you planning on going back to Mexico?
I don't have any solid plans right now, but of course I would love to go back and see my friends there. I have friends all throughout Mexico. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah. Tyler es muy bueno haciendo amigos. Muy bueno. Right?
I love meeting new people.
Yeah. Y tiene amigos de todas las edades. Y en todos lados de México ha dejado amigos y corazones rotos también.
Oh, of course.
I remember this time that you told me that someone on the airplane told you that you are, mira, es el Principito.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a little girl. She thought I was El Principito. And then we ended up taking a picture together. Mm-hmm. And just made her whole life happy.
No le puedes rechazar el sueño a una niña. No. Yeah, you can't say I'm not the Principito.
No.
You have to act in that way, right?
Yeah, I'm not ready to wreck a little girl's dreams. If I have to be a fictional prince, I will be.
Probably, yeah. That's super fun. Yeah, that's super kind of you.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, esa chica te va a recordar toda la vida.
Mm-hmm.
Va a decir, gracias al Principito canadiense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the beaches that I went to in Sayulita and in Cancun were both so beautiful. In Cancun, I went to Isla Mujeres
Oh, okay, yeah.
and I went snorkeling there, and the water is just so blue, so nice. Yeah. What's your favorite beach in Mexico that you've been to?
Sayulita.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I really liked all the scenario and all. I mean, I'm not so fan of the most touristy places in Mexico.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like the kerfuffles or just the crowded. I'm not a fan of seeing so much people in the same place. So Sayulita is really good for me, but I mean, the Caribbean is also super beautiful. Playa del Carmen, Cozumel, y toda esa área es muy linda. Yucatán. Have you been to Yucatán? Or?
No, I haven't.
Okay, tienes que ir.
Yeah.
Yeah, that area is especially beautiful.
Yeah, I have friends there.
Oh, so you have where?
Yeah, I have a place to
friends
stay.
there, so you have a place to be there. Perfect. And have you ever gone to Zacatecas?
No, I haven't.
You have to be.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Es una ciudad colonial.
Okay.
So have you been to Guanajuato?
No.
Or probably, actually, it's similar a Querétaro.
Okay.
It's pretty similar. It's a little bit smaller. Es una ciudad pequeña. You can just spend the full weekend there, and you will have so much fun. Probably you just need a weekend to know or to know all the main attractions. The downtown is super beautiful because you see the architecture, the old architecture. It's pretty similar to Guanajuato and to Querétaro. So you probably should go there. It's 2,500 meters over the sea level.
Wow. Okay.
So you probably
I'll feel it.
you will feel it, yeah.
Yeah, because where we live here, we're like right at sea level.
Yeah, I think it is 70 meters over
Something
the
like
sea
that.
level.
Yeah,
It's
very close to sea level.
Yeah. Actually, I remember once I went to a concert in Zacatecas from an artist called Fito Páez, which is from Argentina.
Okay.
And he took like 3 or 4 breaks to go backstage and use oxygen.
Wow.
Yeah, because I mean he's a rock musician, so he's super excited all the time. But after 15 minutes, he okay, give me a sec. He went to the backstage and just tried to get some oxygen.
Wow. I believe that because when I was in Mexico City, I played some basketball. And after 20 minutes of playing, I was just done. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Mexico City it's also like so high.
Yeah, when we were playing in the mountainous part, so we were pretty high up there, and I could definitely feel the difference in it being hard to breathe.
Yeah. ¿Cuáles son las diferencias culturales que tú viste entre México y Canadá?
Pues aquí en Canadá somos más puntuales.
Yeah,
Entonces tenía que aprender cómo si alguien en México dice, oh, nos vemos a las 8, posiblemente será a las 8:30 o a las 9.
Es cierto. I don't feel proud for that, but lo aprendiste.
But there are so many things about Mexican culture that I really do love. I love how warm they are. Canada has this reputation of being friendly, but I feel like that's not super accurate. I think we're very polite and maybe not as friendly. Whereas while I was in Mexico, I found that people were so friendly.
Yeah, that's right.
And very warm, culturally speaking. And yeah, very open to talking with people. And I like that a lot.
Yeah, a veces estás en un parque y la persona de lado, yo aquí venía cuando era chico. ¿Y tú de dónde eres? And you just start talking, right?
Yeah. Although, we do have that quite a bit in Canada too, I think. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, that's right. Probably if you go to a bar in Mexico, you will get so many friends there, right?
Yeah, more than you would here.
Yeah. That's other things that I miss about Mexico. Yeah, but muchachos, somos impuntuales, tenemos que admitirlo y trabajar en eso. No podemos esconderlo. So, Tyler, what did you do in Querétaro?
Yeah, while I was in Querétaro, I was volunteering at a Casa Hogar, a children's home. And while I was there, I was teaching English at the beginning. They have a school on the property for all the kids who live there and some other kids who come from the neighborhood nearby.
Okay.
So I taught English, and
You learned Spanish from them, right?
yeah, I learned Spanish from them, which is funny because now I work with a lot of Spanish speakers here in Canada, but they're from all parts of Latin America. And I have adopted some Mexican things. For example, when I don't understand people, I'll ask them, "Mande?" And I did that recently with a lady from Chile, and she was not understanding what I was saying.
Yeah, that's a Mexican thing.
Yeah.
No, no lo sabían, tal vez. Yo no lo sabía. I didn't know it until I moved to Canada.
Yeah.
Que si te hablan Jesús, mande.
Uh-huh.
So some friends from Colombia, they say, "Oh, mande."
Yeah.
That's so cute. They say.
Yeah, there's more things like that too that I've been saying. Like, I think "que onda" is pretty
"Que onda?"
Mexican, right?
Yes, it is. Which is like, "What's up?"
Yeah, and chelas.
Chelas, yeah.
Yeah.
Chelas. In Colombia, they say polas.
Okay.
Polas. We also say cheves. También decimos cheves.
Okay, I haven't heard that.
You haven't heard that? Oh, probably the north.
Okay.
Yeah, we say chaves. And what other thing you learned or you got from the Mexican culture?
I'm not sure if it's Mexican or not, but we don't do it here in Canada at least. Is if someone is talking to you and you agree with what they're saying, you wave your index finger. You kind of go like this.
Oh, okay, to say yes.
Yeah, while they're talking, you move your finger up and down, and that shows that you agree with them.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, I'll be eating with my family, and I'll have food in my mouth, and they'll be talking, and I'll want to express that I agree. So I'll start wagging my index finger, and they'll just look at me like I'm crazy. Like, what are you doing with your finger?
I don't know if that's specifically Mexican. I think it is because there was a TV series on the 90s and the beginning of the 2000s called El Chavo del Ocho. I don't know if
I've
you
heard
saw
of it.
Okay, so there was a character there that used to do that, to say yes, and he used to say eso.
Okay.
Like yes. So, but this series was actually seen throughout Latin America, so probably let us know if you use this sign in other country. That will be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, did you get any other Mexican slang with you?
That's all I can think of in the moment. I'm sure there's more things that I don't even realize are Mexican terms.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I remember this one when I moved here. So one friend just told me, "Hey, can you please come here?" He was Canadian, and I did this with my fingers. Like, I don't know if you saw that in Mexico. This expression with the fingers.
Like a gap between your thumb and index. What does that mean?
It means wait a second.
Okay.
Or wait a minute, or on my way, or something.
Oh,
like
I
that.
haven't seen that.
Yeah, so I did this, and he said like, yes, I know I'm short because he's short, but what is that related with what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So okay, yeah, it doesn't mean the same in everywhere.
Yep.
So that's another. There are some things that we have to adapt to a new culture, right? Is there anything that you used to? Oh, I know one of those. Once you were in Mexico, did you take your shoes off when you get in a place?
Yes.
You did it?
Yeah. It's not necessary.
No. Probablemente no sabían, o tal vez sí, aquí en Canadá, cuando uno entra a una casa, se quita los zapatos y los deja en la entrada. It's actually funny just getting in a room and see all the shoes at the entrance.
Yeah.
And everywhere without sneakers or any of that.
Yeah, if there's a big party at a house, you open the door and the whole front entrance of the house is just shoes everywhere.
Yeah. And that's because it's a cultural thing, right? And it's a Canadian thing porque no se hace en Estados Unidos.
Yeah, I think it's mostly Canadian. And I think it deals with the fact that we have more snow.
Yeah,
and we don't want to bring that into the house, make things wet, or bring in the dirt. So we just kick the shoes off at the door and go in our socks.
Yeah, and also, I mean, the government throw salt, or there are workers that throw salt on the streets. So you get that on the shoes, and if you get in the house with that, you may damage the floor.
Yep.
Plus the snow that you said. So that's a Canadian thing that I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't try that in Mexico, but once I go back, I want to continue doing that because, I mean, you get dirt in your shoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the dust and all the things outside, especially now with the pandemic. So I prefer to leave my shoes at the door.
Yeah, it seems so practical. I'm surprised that most of the world doesn't do that.
Yeah, me too. Well, I didn't know about it. We all should do this. I mean, I really like it. Canadian things for the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Take it. As Tim Hortons. We should take Tim Hortons from everywhere.
Yeah.
I really like it.
It is popping up in a lot of places.
Yeah. So about your stance in Querétaro, you were talking about that.
Right.
You were teaching Spanish there.
Yeah, and then I moved more towards the greenhouse that they have on the property. So I helped grow vegetables in the greenhouse. We had a bunch of tomato plants, things like that. So yeah, I moved more to that, and then just working with the kids too. As my language got better, I could communicate more and help with the day-to-day care for the kids there.
I'm pretty sure you learned a lot from the kids.
Yeah.
Because they don't have filter. They just don't.
Yeah.
They don't take a moment to say, oh, this guy probably doesn't understand my full Spanish.
Right.
We may fix or change the way we speak. They don't think about that. They just throw the words, right?
Yep.
Was it funny? Just sometimes you hear just like la, 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 la.
Yeah, sometimes they would talk and I have no idea what they were saying, especially at the beginning. Or some of their slang too, I feel like is very childish slang, but it's what I learned to speak because I was around children all the time.
Yeah, that's super interesting. And super glad because you lived in Mexico and you like the culture. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, I love so much about Mexico and Mexican culture.
Yeah, we're super glad for hearing that. So that's pretty much it. We wanted to have another like light conversation for today because we know last week we talked about a really important topic, which is the cover letter, the resume, and the job interview. I mean, it's super important. You can go backwards and check that podcast as well. So we wanted to do something more natural today. And I was super excited for testing Tyler's Spanish. He passed the exam.
Yes.
With A+, so perfect.
Awesome.
So here we are, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Tyler, for being with us and for all this project. As I always say, it is possible because of you. Thank you for that. And thank you for being so super interested in the MexYCan and in the Latin culture. We appreciate that. And just I hope we can see you. We should go to Mexico someday and just stay there and meet some of your friends, my friends.
Yeah.
And spend some time there, right?
I'm down for more time in Mexico. Let's go.
Okay, let's do it.
Awesome. So thanks for listening to MexYCan English this week. Remember, you can always find the transcripts of our podcast on our Patreon page. You can check that out at www.patreon.com/MexYCan and get access to all of that, plus more material related to our YouTube lessons. So, see you next time.